Hello Twitchers and welcome to Winter's Racing League Tier 1 Season 5. This is round number 14 and today, well, we're going back into the future. I am your host Marty, joined in a few moments by Doc for this week's edition of Who Can Keep It Out of the Walls the Longest. Today's race thankfully consists of sun, and more sun, so let's hope the drivers have got their wits about them as we hit the streets of Azerbaijan, the third street circuit in this thing we call Hell Month. So 6.003 kilometres is your length. 26 laps is the distance. That is 20 corners in total, 12 to the left and 8 to the right. You take your lap 63% of the time at full throttle and watch your braking zones because those walls come at you awfully quickly. Up here in the commentary box, it wouldn't be the same without the Ferrari team principal himself. He'll be setting us up to do 88 miles an hour so we can indeed head off into the future. I talk the garbage and he talks the good stuff. Welcome, Doc, to Sky Race Control this afternoon.
Marty, thank you so much. We are going back to the future, so hop in the DeLorean, mate, because we'll be going around this thing in that. Yep, as you said, it's going to be a great race out here today in Azerbaijan. And, yeah, the drivers will just be looking to keep it out of the wall. That'll be the main thing. We saw a couple of DNFs yesterday. Tier 3 was probably a bit cleaner. I don't think we actually saw any reports from Tier 2, which was... I think
weird.
Probably the first time this year. Yeah, it was definitely out of the blue, but you'll take that. We have got a few drivers coming in late, so I'll just get the reserves out of the way. McLaren's actually missing both of their Tier 1 drivers tonight, so Matty AU and Dools both out. So Mercy and IRL Aussie, who actually podiumed yesterday, he'll be replacing the Tier 1 drivers today for McLaren. Alpha Tauri, we're missing Broccolilli, but Bozza is in for his first race today of the season, I believe. Good luck to Bozza today. In the Alfa Romeo, Yusuf is in, and we are missing Lorenzbro. Haas, we're actually missing Iliad, and I believe Noob, I'm a Noob, will be joining during quali at some point. In the Alpine, we're missing Tyler today, but we've got Sam, who's replacing him. And the Ferrari, Crispy actually has retired due to some serious injury. So, just unfortunate circumstances there for the Ferrari driver who was doing a pretty damn good job up until the point where he was injured. So, actually I'm looking for a Tier 1 driver full-time replacement in Ferrari for the rest of the season. We've got 6 races left, I believe, including this one. So, hit me up, bros, if you're keen for a seat. Marty B, who are you going to highlight today for your hot lap, mate?
Oh, that is a very, very good question. I'm not sure. I'm just sort of having a look. The Aston Martin of Chilpil and the McLaren of PRL Aussie have both exited the session already. Do we have any idea why that might be? No?
It's a good question.
Yeah. I don't think... I can't imagine they've crashed already.
Oh, no, I wouldn't imagine so.
I wouldn't imagine so. Okay.
I'll get some invites out and
see if we can get them back in here. Okay. Yeah. As for the hot lap, mate, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be 6 kilometres worth of intense pressure for these guys. The concentration is just through the roof, especially through the castle section of 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's going to be some interesting watching on board some of these guys, but. I know Riley's very quick. Riley McKay, he is very, very quick. Nick Thompson also very quick himself. We've got KLX there, G-Force, just a bunch of fantastic drivers on the board. Verk, let's hope Verk can keep all 4 wheels on that Merc today and not have a repeat of what happened to Monaco. But I don't know, I guess we'll just see. That, mate, what a classic that was. That video is probably circulating out there somewhere now. Marty B losing his absolute bloody... losing me lunch for an entire lap. It was fantastic.
I've never seen anything like that. He was bouncing the wheel around like a yo-yo around Monaco in the Merc. So if you haven't seen it, check Inter's Racing League in the socials, and I'm sure you'll see it there. As we just see Mercy has joined, the team principal for McLaren. So good luck to Mercy out there today.
Yeah, Mercy had a really good race last night in Tier 2. It was far too quick for me in the closing stages after that final safety car. Of course, I ended up P3 due to, I'm going to go with luck and strategy mixed in there somewhere. Ended up well up the field, but I just wanted to make sure that I finished the race. Shout out to Daniel Starr, who got past me at the end there as well. I can't remember who else did, Mercy and someone else. Yusuf, clean pass by Yusuf, who has actually just gone provisional P1 with a 41.3. Shout out to you guys. I wouldn't say I let you past, but I just sort of decided not to defend heavily. Just wanted to make sure I finished the race. So only the one time on the board at the moment. Who have you got your eye on at the moment?
Let's get on board with VSE Bozza in the AlphaTauri. He's just coming past. Oh no, he's actually ducking into the pits. So scratch that.
Okay.
Looks like G-Force is actually, he's just done a purple third sector, but we all know that's probably just his best third sector, and the game hasn't rectified that little glitch there. But G-Force in the Ferrari just coming around. What's that? Turn 16, I believe, there, or no, that'll be 18.
That is 1920. Yeah, DRS zone just there. I mean, as every week, just sorry to cut you off there, just as every week, I'm just going to do a quick shout out to Codemasters for making a fantastic game. There's a tyre, as we say that, in the middle of turn 1. Of course, we don't have a formation lap on tonight because last night we had a glitch where the spectators couldn't actually join the race, so we had to red flag and restart. So I can't wait to pay good money for the next game. Hopefully, it's going to be better with the new producers. So that's just our weekly shout out to Codemasters. There you go. Hashtag.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Standard glitches every week, but we're pretty much used to that now. And yeah, hopefully we get the new game, new generation on just the PS5 consoles for F1 24, and hopefully, it'll be built from scratch and we can eliminate all this coding upon coding for the last 10 years. Aussie 2GOAT is the team principal for Williams, and he posted a time not long ago, a 1:41.4, so just behind Yusuf there, but G-Force well out in front with a 1:40.6. I'm a noob who has joined, only car representing Haas today with a 1:41.4, so 3 thousandths, I believe, right behind Aussie 2GOAT there, so absolutely nothing splitting those two drivers.
Yeah, nothing at all really between those guys. Yeah, you're right, 3 1/1000ths between Aussie and I'm a noob. So Prince, obviously a late joiner, and Mercy, there's Mercy in P7, but without a time though, sitting in the pit lane in his McLaren. Riley McKay.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Oh, beautiful round, turn 17 there, Riley McKay. You've got to get 16 lined up here in the Red Bull. Let's see if you can get the best exit possible. Oh,
that is purple.
Line that up magnificently. Yep, Riley is absolutely on a flyer here. So he is fairly new to Red Bull. He's been here, I think this might be about race maybe 6 or 7 this season, but he's just joined Red Bull recently, signed when Jacko just wasn't performing for the team principal. Scotty, who is racing tonight for Red Bull, yet to put a time in sitting in the pits, and Riley goes P2 with a 1:41.2 at the moment, so lightning quick there from Riley.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a noob. I think in the Haas has just actually retired in pit lane as well. I'm not sure why these guys are retiring in pit lane, but I'm a noob P5. Apparently he's happy with that at a 41.5. I wonder whether they're going to be saving some softs. Now, we did see a few soft runners last night, actually from the start. Somebody behind me, I think, started on soft. I can't remember now. But we could see a late safety car. I mean, let's try not to curse it, but we could, but hopefully not see some safety cars tonight. I know we saw 3 last night, and it really broke the race up. And just, you can't even go into this sort of race. Oh, as Kalik goes at 40.4. You can't go into this thinking that you've got a solid strategy. You just can't. This is a street circuit. It's basically a long version of Monaco, and there's just going to be incidents. It's just the way it is. Some of these guys running incredibly high downforce and others running low downforce, so there's a mix of performance. So through the castle section, we've just seen Riley go. The high downforce cars will certainly benefit there through turns 9, 10 and 11, etc., all the way through there. But the high downforce, of course, you make up on the straight. So it's how do you find that fine line? Broseph, what wings do you reckon some of these guys are running around here? High? Low?
Oh, look, it's probably a decent mix. Some guys will probably be going for the faster speed down the straight. I know there's a couple of drivers that I've spoken to in the last few days that prefer just a bit better cornering throughout the middle sector and somewhat, and just lagging a bit down the straight, but they just want to make sure they can turn in and get around all those corners a little bit easier. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. We've seen Verk, the team principal in the Mercedes. He's a 1:41.5, so they're all pretty close. They're up at the top at the moment. Nick Thompson, I believe, is on an outlap. I think Bozza in the AlphaTauri. I think he is actually. Yep, he's on his hot lap at the moment. So we'll get on board with Bozza. See how he goes.
Let's see, coming through the castle section, this will be really cool. Oh man. just as we got on board, he would have just nicked that like the skin of his teeth. Very, very good exit there. Now down towards 14, 15. Absolutely flat out through here. This is where the lower downforce cars will be making up their time, but straight after that it is just coupled with a 90-degree left and then a 90-degree left through into 16 as well as you head down to the main straight. Really important to get a good run out of here on the power nice and early. Used a little bit of the curb on the exit, try not to skate on it. Watch those walls on the inside here, left and on the right. You can jump on the curbs just exactly like Boz is doing there, but then it's absolutely flat out. Try and minimize steering wheel movement down towards the DRS zone, which is just after the double line here. Right there it goes. Open the rear wing, historically as we know, like a windmill down towards the start finish line, and coming across it's going to be P9 for Boswell with a 42.951. Not a bad lap. I reckon there's still some more time in that car.
No doubt, more time in there. He was compromised a little bit just in the castle section, but yeah, all the confidence in the world that he'll be able to correct that before qualifying is out. We actually saw Prince in the Aston Martin post a 140.9, so just a little bit off the pace with his banker lap there, and Prince of course dominating in the Tier 1 standings as I have a look at the moment with a whopping 306 points. He's a bit like Max Verstappen at the moment in the real F1. We've got G-Force in the Ferrari P2 at the moment on 190 points. KLX in the Williams on 170 points. Tomo P4 in the Mercedes on 128 points. I'm a noob in the Haas with 101 points. So he's had a really consistent season. I'm a noob in the Haas, and glad that he actually joined through qualifying and he's able to race today to continue to stack those points up for his team. We've got Verk in the Merc, 81 points P6. Shout out to Extinct Body as well on the Alfa Romeo, who's been very consistent since joining that team with 79 points. Consistent finishes, and yeah, he's rather quick. As is Riley in P8, who I said recently in the Red Bull, just joined not so long ago and already up to 76 points. Aussie 2K Goat in the Williams P9, 69 points. Crispy is sitting on P10 with 67, but he has retired, unfortunately. Shout out to Crispy. Scotty P11 in the Red Bull, 65 points. Pretty consistent season for Scotty. I'm sure he would have probably expected a bit better results for him, but, you know, as in F1, sometimes, you know, not due to your own fault, sometimes things just don't play out your way, and I think it's just been maybe one of those seasons for Scotty, but he's got 6 races left to improve his standing at the moment. We've got Dools in P11 in the McLaren, 60 points. Tyler, who retired halfway through the season, then came back for Team Alpine, 47 points. Matty AU not here tonight, 44 points. In P14, Lorenz Bro, P15, and Alfa Romeo, 35 points. Chill Pill, who has joined recently and showing a very good example of fast driving and good etiquette out there for Aston Martin, 32 points. Ice Iron Rhino, P17 likewise. Alpha Tauri, 30 points. He won't die wondering. Very clean driver as well. Brocco missing tonight, 22 points. And then Ellie Ryan for Haas, yet to score a point there, Marty.
As ever, you talk all of the good stuff. Wonderful stats behind the scenes. Shout out to you, Broseph, or should I say Doc. Shout out to the doctor. All of the good points, all of the good, the information that the viewers certainly like to hear about and keep up to date on. Now, I think we're going to sit on board. Do you think it might be time?
Yeah, let's do it, mate. Just before you get on there, Yusuf has gone P2 with a 140.5 for Alfa Romeo. So which car are you going to highlight here, Marty?
We're going to jump on with the highlight of Monaco, the Verk in the Verk Merc. Down the main straight, it is time. It is time to buckle up and neck up your Pelicans on the long run down to turn 1. Let's go for a hot lap, 6 kilometres. Into turn 1 we go. He just misses the apex there. There's that tyre in the middle of the corner. Watch out for the outside of that turn as well. Flat on the throttle into 6th gear down to 3rd for the rotation here. Just touch that curb if you like. Almost on the wall there. DRS zone is right there. Flicks that rear wing right open. He's sitting P11 at the moment, a 141.5. Let's see if he can improve. We'll watch those sectors as we go now into the technical part of the track 5 and 6. This is the left-right. It is a very short shifting. Try and get the traction on early on the power here. Try and get the run out 3rd against the wall. He is almost licking the paint off those signs now down into the left. This is the part where you can gain a lot of time all over that curb like a fat kid on a cupcake. Early on the power as well, nice and squared up the card. This is where you can cut the curb on the inside if you like. Does he do it? No, he just takes it nice and safe. The car's a little bit of a squiggle on the rear of the car there. This is where Charles Leclerc, of course, was stupid, but he makes it look nice this time around on the throttle. Just look at that, beautifully holding the car on the exit. That is fantastic. Now flat out through here, hopefully he can gain a wee bit of time on the curb. just try and minimise the movement on the steering wheel. Square the car up nice here, heading towards that MSC sign, using all of the apron on the entry and all of the curb on the exit down now towards turn number 16. Get a fantastic exit here. You'll get a good run down to the start-finish line. He gets a beautiful exit off there, hugging that curb and hugging the wall on the exit as well. Over those curves. Now this is where you want to try and make the most of those low downforce cars if you have it. This is going to be a banger. Again, minimise the steering wheel movement, make the track as short as you can. As you can see, he's hugging to the right, flick the DRS open right there, 15, 14, 13%, 12% of battery left. He has absolutely pushed the deck out of this car, but he only goes P9, 41.219. Not a bad lap there from Merck, and I can tell you that's not his tyre in turn 1 there. He has still got all 4 wheels on the car, and that is a hot lap around Baku.
Nice one, Marty. And Verk, very good lap there. Just 9 thousandths off P8. And Verk, the 3-wheel Merc, of course, last week. Or 2 weeks ago,
2 weeks
I believe
ago.
it was. Yeah, in Monaco. Actually, he'll be looking to score some points, hopefully, this round, because I don't see that he actually scored any points last weekend. So hopefully, they can put up a few more points, because I know in the overall constructors, Mercedes is sitting 7th at the moment with 496 points, and Red Bull right behind them on 493 points.
Oof.
So, they'll be looking to hold that position, P7. And of course, we know if your team doesn't finish in the top 5 in the overall constructors as team principal, you will lose your team principal role. So if you do finish in the top 5, you have the option to retain your team principal position.
That's fantastic information. I think I'd actually forgotten about that. So these guys are really going to be pushing all the way through the season. What did you say? We've still got 6 races left, I think. 6 races, including this one left. But this is 20 rounds indeed.
14.
This is, of course, round 14. This is race number 3 in what we call Hell Week. So next week is Las Vegas, the new track. Hell Month. The new track in F1 23 Las Vegas, the street circuit. Which is kind of, I don't know, how would you describe that? It's kind of like a mix of, if sort of Singapore, Monaco, and Baku all had a baby together somehow, that's kind of what you would get. There's a massive, big, long straight, but there's also some really kinky wee bends in there, which these guys are really going to try and rub out and see if they can make it work. But I guess we'll wait and see what happens there. As Nick Thompson on his outlap, just coming across the start-finish line now in that beautiful-looking Mercedes, their Petronas Mercedes F1 team. P7 at the moment for Nick Thompson, 41.130, not a bad lap from him. Hopefully that's just a banker. He is now on a hot lap, yes. As a lot of other cars are now jumping onto the track. Nick Thompson got a clear track behind and in front, so no pressure at all from any cars oncoming or outgoing. Let's just sit with Nick Thompson at the moment. Of course, a very good friend of ours. He's one of the OG boys, the original owner, actually, of Silver Fern Racing back at Split Second. Yeah.
Let me just say, Marty, Nick Thompson, otherwise known as Dick Nopson, one of our very good friends. So shout out to Nick Thompson, who's had a fantastic season, as we said before, sitting in P4 overall on 128 points. So, great bloke, great driver, and good luck today, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he makes an absolute meal of that castle section. That car is looking very, very planted. I know he's adjusted. He was running very high downforce. Previous, you can see the angle of that rear wing, still running quite high downforce, but I believe he has lowered it a wee bit just to try and get a little bit of straight line speed out of that Mercedes engine. So now down towards turn 16, let's see what sort of an exit he gets out of this corner. He's just making this look like that thing is on rails. I know he doesn't use any assists apart from corners only. And, of course, he sits in cockpit view. Would you believe it? He is sitting in the car of that car, in the cockpit of that car. He's sitting in the car of the car of the car. And I've tried it. Doc. Change your wing to change. As he comes across the line now, what is he going to go? It looks like a tidy lap. But, unfortunately, he has not improved with a 41 flat. So only 6/10 off the lead. KLX sitting with a 40.2.
G-Force will be next to cross the line, just coming down the back straight at the moment. Opening up the rear wing. Look at that magnificent scarlet red prancing horse coming down. Will he go P1? He does. Well go P1. 140 flat. 4/10 quicker than KLX. So there it is. The championship medal contender. Well, Maybe not contender. He's going to have to see a few DNFs from Prince, I think.
Yeah.
But G-Force, nonetheless, he did join rather late in the season, missed a lot of races early, probably why he's a little bit down, but fantastic lap there. Let's have a look who else is coming across the line. Looks like we may have an Alfa Romeo, was it? Yep, Yusuf.
It's extinct.
Nope.
Yusuf actually pulled into the pit lane there. He mustn't have been improving. He's going to try and save those tyres maybe for a late run in the main race. Bozza also jumping into the box there as well. I think that's all she wrote for qualifying. So G-Force takes it out by 14, almost half a second on KLX. That Scuderia Ferrari, Doc, is just, it is in force. It is in full G-Force.
He's dialed it in today, there's no doubt about it. We all know that Ferrari don't really get their strategy right, but I've got a feeling that G-Force knows what he's doing out there, and he'll be his own engineer today. He doesn't like a lot of distraction, likes to just keep his head down and focus on the race. So good luck to the pole position sitter today. We've got KLX obviously in P2 with a fantastic lap for Williams. Prince is sitting in P3 for Aston Martin. We've got Yusuf in the Alfa Romeo P4, Riley McKay in the Red Bull P5. ISO and Rhino in the Alfa Tauri, a very clean lap, 140.876 there for P6. Extinct Body in the Alfa Romeo, so 2 Alphas in the top 7. Dick Nopson P8 in the Mercedes with a 141 flat. We've got Mercy in the McLaren P9, so he's a T2 driver, Tier 2 driver, the team principal for McLaren. Great performance there. Aussie 2K GOAT in the Williams P10 there. Verk in the Mercedes P11. Noob in the Haas P12. Bozza P13. Scotty in the Red Bull P14. And that's all I can see on my screen, Marty.
Yep. But as much as it's been a good qualifying for some, there is still 26 laps worth of carnage. Or should I say worth of high-intensity workout to observe and to navigate. Now, street circuits, historically, they're quite dangerous. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. You can't even go into this with a strategy. You just can't. You're kidding yourself if you think it's going to work, I reckon. But hopefully we could see, if there's no safety cars stock, we're going to see a one-stop. I reckon it's going to be a mix of mid to hard or hard to mid. I can't imagine anyone's going to go for softs right off the start. Maybe it might even be hard to soft. If somebody sticks on hards and just stays for track position, they might be able to late lunge into the box for softs with about maybe 6 or 8 laps to go. But I mean, it's just going to be a mix-up. We're going to see all sorts of things, and I don't know. What's your forecast for the race? What do you reckon is going to happen?
Look, it's all going to come down to safety cars. Yeah, it really is. It's just going to be a mixed bag. Hopefully we don't see too many safety cars. Probably a one-stop strategy, but we know the tyres around here are rubbish. Doesn't matter really what compound. After about 7 laps, they just feel like the back end wants to go out around every corner. Yeah, so look, there's no formation lap, Marty, so right into it. Take it away, please.
That's right. I've got nothing on my screen to show me anything, but it is lights out, and we are underway in Baku. Great start from G-Force there. Great start from Prince as well. Down the inside into turn 1, we go too wide. It's not a bad start. Riley McKay as well on P5, moved up into P4. Yusuf, the 2 Alfa Romeos, P5 and P6. That's pretty clean so far. I can tell you the Ferrari is running away with it at this stage. He's half a second in front. Down the bottom, there's a little bit going on with Scotty, Aussie, Chill Pill. They are sorting themselves out. Let's jump on board. What can you see? Riley as well.
Riley's just tucking in behind the Alfa Romeo there. Very good, clean start. What do you see, Marty?
Riley's on the outside into, I don't even know, into turn number 7. He makes the move. Stick, though. Does he get it done? Beautiful. He does get it done. Up into P4 for Riley. G-Force, something's happened to G-Force. He is down in P3. I wonder whether he got swallowed up there in that middle sector, but down the inside, is he going to have a look at KLX? He's just going to tuck himself in. Let's have a look at the broadcast. They are Indian file at this stage. Let's just jump on and have a look at the tyres.
I'll be back in a moment, Marty.
No worries. So G-Force has actually started on the hards. Now, we did say it was going to be hard to mid or mid to hard through the castle section. G-Force just kissing that wall as we go through the Pirelli section. This is the high speed of 14, 15, heading down towards number 16. So the Alfa Romeos, P5, P6, they're having a good race. So far, those mids are going to be warmed up by now with a bit of luck. We haven't seen any issues so far. Let's just have a look down the bottom of the field. So it's pretty even. Everybody's almost less than half a second away. G-Force dropping back a wee bit, but those hards, I'll tell you what, they're going to take a little while to warm up, and he is going to be running the long game. So maybe that's why he did get a little bit swallowed by KLX and Prince. But I imagine the pace of that Ferrari is going to keep him going long into the race. So it is sunrise here in Azerbaijan for this race, and a beautiful setting as we head towards, look at those buildings in the background, fastest lap KLX, a 1:48.6. I imagine that will get a little bit quicker as the race goes on. Williams looking fine at this stage. QRT Prince is not looking too bad in P2. And everybody's just sort of settling into where they are. I'm a Noob and Nick Thompson seem to have just switched positions. Let's just jump on and have ourselves a look at who has switched. And whoopsie daisy, that is the wrong one. Position change. So, I mean, as you can see, I'm a Noob up 3. Nick Thompson down 2. A little bit of a fight at the back of the pack here as Parallel Aussie, I think, or Sam and Scotty all sort of change positions and settle themselves into the race. Riley McKay up 2 from P5. G-Force down into P4, but that's not going to be much of a problem for him, as he's just going to sort of get a wee bit of a rhythm. There's a big moment there in front from Riley on those meds. Not looking too bad. Let's just sit. Oh, man, he is just so close to the... Look at the stagger eyes. He does actually touch it there. Hopefully no damage there for the Scuderia Ferrari. But the guy's just settling in. Riley McKay sitting a wee bit back from Prince at the moment. Prince and KLX are just running away with this at this stage of the race. I mean, it could be almost anybody's game at this stage. We're going to wait. Hopefully there won't be any safety cars. I'd love to see no safety cars. I'm a Noob. Let's just see. In the Haas, behind Mercy. Of course, Mercy had a very, very good race last night. Gaining, I can't remember what he got. I think he got a podium. He flew past me in the closing stages. So did Daniel Starr. Shout out to you guys if you're listening. Fantastic race, great racecraft from also from Yusuf Goat 700 as well. I know he managed to swallow me up. It was a bit of an ambitious move, but it was a very, very clean pass from him. So if you're listening, Yusuf, well done, mate. As I say that, he does get past G-Force as well. So those hards are hopefully going to be running a little bit long. But the guys are just settling in at the stages. Yusuf actually on the push. He is just maximising that Alfa Romeo as G-Force also gets past Riley as well. So those hards, they are going to be warming up for G-Force, and they're going to be coming into their own, and probably about 15, between 10 and 15 laps will be the box time for those cars. And I'm just getting a message, excuse me a second, from Broseph, who I think is just trying to rejoin. I can't seem to get him in here. Let's just have a wee look. He can't seem to get into my party, so excuse me a quick second. I'm just going to get him in here. Oopsie daisy. I'm not sure what's happening here. I need to invite Broseph. But I'm not sure what's actually going on. I hope the stream is still running. It hasn't told me otherwise.
Apologies, Marty B.
Oh, hello, and you are back. I was just trying to find you, and we found you, and were you just travelling into the future there for a short time? Is that what that was?
Oh, I definitely went back to the future. Yeah, just had just a godson moment I had to look after. I apologise there, but I'm back.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I was just sort of thinking you were only doing 86 miles an hour and you didn't quite make it to the future. You were 2 miles an hour short, and then we couldn't find you, and then you were stuck in a rift. But anyway, we are back underway. So nothing's really happened since you have been gone there, Doc. It is G-Force that has dropped down a few positions. He is now in P6 on those hards, and I was just explaining that maybe those hards will be coming into their own probably after about 10 to 12 laps, when the medium runners will be needing to box, as he just gets it all wrong there. And as we say that, that is G-Force and I'm a Noob out. That is...
Oh, and there's a massive pile up
there.
Ice Iron Rhino and Chill Pill are absolutely stuck behind those two cars at the moment who have DNF'd. Very unfortunate, Noob and G-Force there. So those two drivers are out, and we have 15 drivers left. So everyone who finishes today will receive points. So keep that in mind. Even if you do get some damage and having trouble, you will get some points if you finish today with 15 drivers left.
Yep. Now, I'm just going to go and say that is the old commentator's curse. Stuck on him too long. Sorry, G-Force. Couldn't really see what happened. The camera was really, really, really close, as Aussie 2K is missing a front wing entirely. So he is going to be boxing. This will work well for the hard runners, hopefully, of Bozza, Ice Iron Runner, and Chillpill. Chillpill actually has a penalty of some kind. Let's just have a wee look at what that is. That is a 5-second.
Does he have any damage, Chillpill? Yes, he's missing a front left end plate, I believe. That's unfortunate.
Let's just have a look at that car. Yes, he is indeed.
He went into the back of Noob there, I believe, just in the collision camera in the corner. Nothing they could really do. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. He'll have to come and get that changed because it's impossible to drive around Baku with a damaged wing.
It really is. So, as we see, the first of the front runners in the form of Prince in the pit lane. Yusuf as well. So, let's just see what he's going to go on to. Probably another set of... Is he going hards or mediums? I can't even see from that camera view. It is hards. So...
This is... Yeah.
Immediately mixes it up.
Yeah, some of the drivers at the back highlight PRL Aussie at the moment in the McLaren. In 15th place at the moment, just coming in. He's going to change his tyres. He had a very good race yesterday, so if he can just put in a nice stint after this safety car, I'm sure he can get himself back into contention for a few better points. So, yeah, we've got a bit of a mix in the... we've got 3 drivers stayed out at the moment, so KLX and the Williams, Extinct Body and Nick Thompson. Just taking track position there with 4-lap old mediums, and Ice Iron Rhino staying out in the 4-lap old hards, Marty.
Yeah, that's not a bad move from Ice Iron Rhino, I think. But, of course, Nick Thompson, Extinct, and KLX, they're going to be hoping to run maybe another... I don't know, another 8 laps maybe on those meds. Of course, we're going to do 2 or 3 under safety car anyway, so we're going to go into sort of lap 10 to 12, and they might even look at doing a one-stop, if they can, onto the hards, which is not going to be a bad idea for them. Those hards, 21 laps on hards, they're going to be rubbish at the end. We know they're rubbish after like 6 or 7 laps. So they're almost rubbish as soon as you put the blimmin' things on, but...
The degradation is unbelievable. It really is. You can do 5 laps on either compound and you check your tyres and you're already, 20-something% gone on the rears. They just absolutely chew them up. So it's vital to keep as much tread as you can. But yeah, look, I'd imagine, what do you reckon? How many percentage of drivers do you reckon saved a pair of softs at the end of the race here?
I did have a look at the race director. It looked like a small handful of drivers did, in fact, save a set of softs. So I wonder whether Nick Thompson might be one of them. He's a smart boy. And I reckon KLX might have as well. I couldn't get you the exact numbers or the exact drivers that did, but I did have a quick squiz through just for the sake of the Twitch stream to have a look at the race director. So it'd be interesting to know. It really would. And we're going to find out around about lap 20 who's got some softs. Because we're going to see a bunch diving into the pit lane. So I don't know. It's anybody's game. Baku is just anybody's game. You don't know.
Yeah,
you just don't know.
Look, Marty, let me highlight a couple of drivers right now just to spice things up a little. We'll look at Williams Aussie 2K GOAT. As I've mentioned, he's the team principal for Williams, and also Mercy in the McLaren, who's the team principal. If we have a look at the overall constructors at the moment, with 5 races to go after this one, we've got Williams on 700 points in P1 and McLaren P2 679 points. So just 21 points off Williams at the moment. McLaren actually looking to go back-to-back for overall constructors at Inters Racing League. In P3, you've got Aston Martin on 678 points, so 1 point behind McLaren. So Prince and Chillpill, any points they can get will be absolutely vital today. Then you've got Ferrari in P4, the grandfather of every car in motorsport. 640 points, so just fallen a little bit off the top 3 in the last couple of rounds. And then you've got Haas in P5 on 623 points, so just hanging on to the back of Ferrari there. The 2 Ferrari powered cars, engines. P6 Alfa Romeo, 552 points. They've done really well, actually. Team principal Timmy, shout out, since he's taken over. They've climbed from P10 to P6 in, a matter of, you'd probably say about 7 to 8 races. So fantastic job there. Mercedes in P7 on 496 points. Red Bull P8 up 1 position from last week on 493 points, so right behind Merck, as I mentioned earlier. P9 Alpine, so Ads will be disappointed to lose 1 position from last week on 478 points, so right behind Red Bull. And then AlphaTauri. Bit sad to see AlphaTauri. That was our last team, Marty. Of course, we were Team AlphaTauri for about 4 seasons there, 3 or 4 seasons. They're on the bottom of the table at the moment on 415 points. Not the best season for the team, but they're still fighting really hard there, and they're not that far off.
Not that far off. Yeah, you're right. That was our team. That was our baby for a long time. Of course, the sister team to the Red Bulls. Red Bull not doing too bad at the moment. Riley McKay on those one-lap mids. Riley, I think, started on the... no, he started on the mids, I think, didn't he? So he's going to go mid. Oh, God, it's just going to be an absolute mix. But, yeah, not bad constructors standings there. Like you said, 21 points in the lead. 21 points the difference of the lead. Interesting to see what's going to happen after that. We are back under racing conditions now. Of course, the top three sitting on those mids that they started the race on down into turn one. Ice Iron Rhino in the Alpha Tauri, on the 6-lap hards. He did decide to stay out, and I don't think that's actually a bad idea. That has been mixed up by that safety car, but those hards, hopefully he's got them warmed up, and he's going to be looking to make a move on Nick Thompson. So Ice Iron Rhino with the hard on, he's got to try and make the move early if he can. Let's just have a look on board with Nick Thompson, who is going to be done by Prince on those fresh hards, I reckon, very, very soon, as Prince looks down the outside of Ice Iron Rhino. He does get it done.
He does.
He
also
does
got
indeed.
Bozza on the back of Mercy at the moment as well, just tucking back in behind. Yep, just thinking better of it there, so just biding his time.
Yep. So this is the tricky part. There's no passing through here, really, unless you're super keen or you get a great run. Bit of a lock up there in front. Not sure who that was. Bozzy going a little bit wide there, missing the apex of that. You can actually cut that corner. That's turn number 7. You can actually go all over the curbs there like you're spreading butter on toast. You can just throw yourself all over it. Same as this one here, the left-hander of 12. You can go over that curb, but a lot of these cars, as Riley gets past, look at the Red Bull. Look at the speed of that Red Bull. Down through 13, 14, 15 now, under the Pirelli sign towards that kink. The very, very kinky 16 as he touches the wall, as Riley gets a little bit squiggly there. That could have been a little bit of the commentator's curse as well. Bozza having a look. I wonder if there's any damage there from the Red Bull of Riley. Let's just see if we can have a bit of a look. Nah, it doesn't look like it. But who are you sitting with? Where can you see the action?
I was actually having a look with Riley as well. Terrific exit out of, I believe it was 12 there, and that's where you've really got to line it up to get a nice run, and he certainly did on Bozza there. So, yeah, he's looking pretty good, but as you said, hopefully no damage there. He's actually looked like Bozza got him back. Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yep, Riley's slotted back into P9 there.
Oh, Bozza goes wide, Bozza's taking his front wing off.
Oh, no.
Oh, we were sitting on board with Riley. We got a front seat view of that. That is just unfortunate for Bozza.
Another case of the commentator's curse. Sorry, Bozza.
Honestly, I'm so sorry, everybody. Let's just say the car and we can't even say that. These cars out there today, Doc, in the morning sunshine are doing well.
I think I've put a curse on PRL Aussie as well. He's in the pits putting on soft, so I asked, I called for him to have a nice second stint there after the safety car, but it's come unstuck for him as well, obviously. So, yeah, not so great for PRL Aussie at the moment, but it's early days, only 8.5 laps. We're in, Marty, so let's just take it back up the front here. It looks like Prince might be putting on the closest amount of pressure in P4 at the moment on the back of Nick Thompson, going through the castle section.
Yep, we are sitting on board through turns 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. On board with Nick Thompson, who does have Prince as a yellow sector. We do have a yellow sector.
Maybe.
I think Chill Pill is missing a front right end plate.
Yeah.
There is damage on that Aston Martin, and he is going slow. I wonder whether he's got a puncture.
The curse of Baku. It's really coming unstuck at the moment for this Tier 1 drivers, so... We're only 8 laps in. We've got a virtual safety car, so a bit of debris on the track. We'll have to see the marshals get out there and scurry on and clear it off. And then it's always fun to see those guys in real time running onto the racetrack. It looks like they're absolutely running for their life. There's a few gifs out there that are pretty funny. There
really is. Yeah, they certainly put their life on the line when they go in front of these guys doing 200 miles an hour down a straight and think that that's a good idea. So anyway, we are back under racing conditions again. No movers at the moment. They're great run there from KLX under the virtual safety car. He has managed to get well away and good on the power there coming through the first sector here, turn number 2. Heading down towards 3, of course, the DRS zone is just there, but no DRS for Extinct Body behind, nor Nick Thompson, actually. Has Nick Thompson got DRS open? No, he doesn't. He's going to get swallowed up by Prince as well now towards turn 3 and 4 as Prince does go down the inside, and then which turns into the outside and then the inside. A little bit unsettled there for Nick Thompson coming through. That was turn 6.
It was. Nick Thompson definitely feeling the pressure of Prince all over his gearbox, no doubt about it, and he got a bit unstuck there. Looks like he may have come really unstuck. There's a few cars just taking advantage of Nick Thompson just getting a little bit loose there with the car. Let's have a look if they can just clean it up.
Ooh.
What do you say?
Yeah, Vert got a wee bit unstuck there coming through. I think it was 7 up through the castle there. Hopefully no damage for these guys, but they're getting awfully close. They are sniffing the oil off the rear end of a lot of these cars. They are just getting a nose full of it. And hopefully they can settle themselves in. And I mean, this is actually, I think this is just showing a wee bit of the top end speed and the low end speed for these cars. So the high downforce and the low downforce. So hopefully the commentator's curse does not take part in any further moments. Yes.
You know what I think it was? It looks like Nick Thompson may have let his teammate through there, Verkers, on the fresher tyres. So Nick Thompson may be struggling a little on those 8-lap-old mediums. Did get a little bit unstuck with Prince on his back, and Power is out. DNF going too hard on the softs, unfortunately. Maybe I didn't see what happened.
That is the castle. Yeah. That is Charles Leclerc corner. I am stupid. All these cars are jumping into the box.
Daniel Starr, he asked for the McLaren curse and he got it. So, as I said earlier, McLaren in P2 in the overall standings, that's not what they wanted, but it's exactly what Williams wanted. We know Daniel Starr is a Tier 2 driver for Williams. Fantastic drive yesterday, Daniel. Shout out to you. So, that's what he wanted, and it was delivered in spades.
It really was. It was delivered in buckets. And I don't know. I think for a few of these drivers, it's got to be back to the drawing board, I reckon. And try and come up with a different strategy and see what else they can do with this race. It has just thrown an absolute spanner in the works. And they're going to be, KLX really seems to be the winner at the moment. He's going to look for a one-stop, no doubt. He's going to be boxing for hards. But, I mean, Mercy, Yusuf, Scotty, Extinct, Riley, Aussie, and even, I'll tell you what, Nick Thompson down in P13, on those hards, he's going to run to the end. Meds aren't going to do 16 laps, or after the safety car it's going to be 14, so meds are going to be rubbish. But I mean, like we said, any tyre is rubbish around here. It's almost like you can't win. You might as well run full wets. There's sort of no winning, and I can't really understand why it's so bad. But the rear of the car, like you said earlier, is just wanting to open itself up and just slide all over the place, whether it's the lack of downforce or it's the slow speed corners or... Man, I don't know. I don't get it.
We saw a Red Bull driver yesterday in Tier 2 in the final lap. Shout out to Battle Cat. Lost their rear end. It seemed like a bit of a ghost kind of rear end loss there. He was doing everything the same, he said, for 26 laps. And on the final lap, just the rear end just absolutely went out from him. So it's the curse of Baku, I'm telling you. It can just jump up and grab you and take you down, and you're gone forever. Yeah. I think it's just I mean, there's nothing else to really say about that, is there? It's just the curse. It's the curse of Baku. I know a lot of the guys out there don't like this track, and to be honest, I'm not much of a fan either. But I have to say I did have a very, very fun race last night, albeit I sort of got a bit squashed in the last few laps and lost a few positions, but I'm happy to finish. Like, our goal at the start was to just have fun and finish the race. And a lot of these guys out there tonight will be thinking exactly the same. No one's strategy. I did say it. You cannot go into this with a strategy, because this is what happens. I wouldn't say there's a mix of tyres on the board, but there's certainly a mix of strategies, and it's all just been chucked in the garbage. Anyone's thoughts of doing a one-stop or two-stop, you've got to make the most of safety cars when they happen, Doc. So, it's just the way it is. And I'm not even really sure who's in net P1 at the moment, I guess it is whatever it says it is on the board, maybe. Mercy's going to run those to the end, maybe. It's just a whole lot of maybes. We don't really know, because there could be another safety car. So we did see KLX box. So he's got the fresh hards on, like you said. He'll go to the end. The guys in front of him, Mercy, Joseph, and Scotty on the 6-lap-old hards. Yeah. They'll try and push it. There's been a few safety cars, so they'll get a little bit of extra life out of those hards, but they probably won't have the life at the end, and they're going to rely on a safety car at the end of this race, I'd say, to put on some fresher tyres and just compete, because if you don't have the speed around here at the end, and if there is a late safety car, it's like 3 or 4 qualifying laps, so you do need to have the speed at the end. Marty B, I just want to take you back a little bit. You did say that you got squashed a little bit and you kind of let the race come to you at the end there. Just wanted to secure a few more points than push it too hard. So would that be the first time in your career that you didn't get the Marty B elbows out?
Now, look, okay, all right. Now, look, you listen to me. I have nothing to say about that.
He's got nothing to say.
I don't know. I love it. You're right. That is the first time where I riveted my elbows to my hips, and I just knew it. I felt it in my soul that I just couldn't do it because it wasn't worth it. And I think maybe that's just experience coming through, or if it's just I put my big boy pants on or my smart boy hat. I don't know, but all of these years of hearing it from you guys in our social races about Marty B's elbows, I just knew that was the time and the place to not get my elbows out and not be silly, because it is in for the long game. Still 6 races to go. I'm not a fan of Baku. All of the stars aligned for that to be the correct choice. So a very rare moment. If anybody wants to see me not get my elbows out, that's it.
No, it looks like Josef's all right. I thought Josef may have just touched the wall coming around turn 2 there under safety car, but he just looks like he might be warming up his tyres. Yep, Marty B elbows are famously sharp, let me tell you. Collected me many a time. I've had a few punctures, and Nick Thompson will back me up, no doubt about it.
Yep. Old Dick Knobson, he's not a fan of Marty's elbows, but he does, like in his words, it's often challenge accepted. So I have become quite well known for, obviously, getting very wide. It's great hard racing.
Marty, that's what it is. It really is, and we love you for it, mate. So,
and I wouldn't have it any other way. No, neither would anybody else. It wouldn't be me if I didn't get my elbows out, except for that time last night where I just knew that was not the time. And I think, like a lot of these guys, it comes with experience and just knowing when to pull the trigger and when not to. And for me, Baku was not the time to pull the trigger, and I would just rather have finished and got the points.
That's right.
Of course, Gordo and Natobi not racing, so any points I get will increase my gap on them. So, like I said, the data showed that it was not the time nor the place.
Yeah, well, you are sitting in P2 overall in the Tier 2 standings. Shout out to Ferrari and yourself, Marty. Right behind Mercy in the McLaren. Now, Mercy's actually sitting P1 in this race in Tier 1, so he's doing an outstanding job at the moment leading this race, and will want to collect as many points as he can for his team after already losing his teammate PRL Aussie on those softs just not long ago. So safety car in this lap, Marty, and looks like Mercy might be just slowing this down. Interesting to see when he might take off. Obviously, you have to let the safety car go all the way into pit lane before you can put the foot down, and you can only do it once and only. You can't actually fool the guys by putting the accelerator down and then braking and then going again. It has to be one clean go on the accelerator. So he's crawling at the moment, keeping a nice consistent slow pace, and will just jam it on as quickly as he can to get a little bit of a gap as he goes into turn 1.
Ooh,
so we're on board with Mercy at the moment.
I'm sitting on board with KLX. He's gone. It's green. Yeah, wow, that's a good start. There was quite a lot of minimum speed there.
On the outside in P4, he's got a great run on Scotty.
Last of the late breakers. He's not going to get the move done, though. I don't think. He's going to go very, very wide, get squeezed in there by Scotty as well on the red ball down into turn number 2. What is going to happen here? He's very, very late on the brakes. On those hards.
Oh, this is beautiful racing. Scotty
does he get it done?
Absolutely great room. I think he's got this done.
I think he's got it done. That has got to be the move of the race. Woo. That is fantastic. On those fresher hards, admittedly.
Riley on the inside of extinct body there. Absolutely brilliant move there from Riley.
Oh, there's a caution. Someone's out.
Car. Sammy, unfortunately, Sam at the back of the pack, just turning the car around, so we'll keep up with the action. Jeez, that was amazing there from Riley McKay, absolutely flying there, and of course KLX with one of the moves of the season. And it looks like Mercy has gone deep in there. He may have hit the wall. I'm not sure if he pulled it up in time, but Josef all over his gearbox at the moment in P2, and KLX looking to lap this up as well.
Yeah, no damage on that McLaren. Extinct's out.
Let's have a look. Oh, the Castle is an absolute schmozzle at the moment.
A schmozzle. It has claimed another victim, and that will be a safety car if they can. It is a safety car. It is full course safety. So this is where it's going to come into play for these guys who have run long on their hards. In fact, no one is still on the original tyres that they were on. This is going to throw a spanner in the works. As Sammy comes around there and oh man, turn 8. That is just. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's have a look at the front. Mercy in the McLaren. Willie Box. It'd be interesting to see, like you say, if there was any damage on that car. I didn't see him go deep. We didn't catch that on stream, but it doesn't look like there's any damage at this stage on that front runner of Mercy. No. What is he going to do? He is boxing. I reckon he's going to box for meds. They're going to box for meds, surely.
So Prince, KLX stays out.
Yeah, I think that's smart from Riley and KLX. Mercy is going to go for meds. Yep, of course he is. So is Yusuf. So Mercy's going to come out. Oh, the whole field behind. 12. Nah, softs won't go 12. But meds will. Meds will go 10. Riley, it's going to be 10 after 3 laps under the safety car.
And Verk has stayed out. So just the 4 cars there have stayed out. KLX in P1 on 3-lap old hards. You've got Prince in P2 on 4-lap old mediums. Riley McKay there in the Red Bull, 4-lap old hards in P3, and Verk has stayed out. Sorry, on 4-lap old mediums in the Mercedes.
Yeah, I don't know about Prince and Verk, if I'm honest. Those 4-lap mids, I think they should have boxed. I know Prince and Verk, they both got the pace. I think that may be a slight oversight from them. Good on Riley and KLX. Of course, they don't need to box. They're on hards. That'll do another 10 laps easily, another 10, 12 laps easily. I mean, we're going to do 2 or 3 under safety car anyway.
Just jump on board with P10 Chill Pill at the moment. We've got a gambler in our mix, Marty.
We've got a gambler. We'll call him Kenny Rogers, mate, because he is a gambler man.
KG, let's go.
KG Chill Pill. He's going to be rapid at the start, isn't he?
So he will. Yep, he's going to look to make use of those, and of course, Sammy's on 4-lap old medium. So if Chill Pill can get the moves done, roll the dice, take Nick Thompson, he should make quick work of Sammy, you'd imagine, and then onto the back of Scotty as quickly as he can.
Yeah, so what have we got? Mercy, Yusuf, Scotty, Nick Thompson, and Ice Iron Rhino on the fresh meds. I'd like to say the meds are the race tyre for that sort of stint, 13 laps. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really sort of 10, 11 racing laps, isn't it? So, man, I don't know. The hards, I don't know, man. It's such a gamble at Baku. You just never really know what's going to, I mean, especially after last night's race, just being involved in that, and the rear of the car just doesn't like it when on any compound after about 5 laps.
Yeah,
so
it's one of those tracks that there's a lot of variables that you have to contend with. And, sometimes it really just comes down to a bit of luck at the end, and you're on the right tyre. Obviously, if you've got a little bit of, consistency in your racing, although sometimes that doesn't help, because I can tell you I won a race about 5 nights ago for Oz F1. Shout out to T8 running a fantastic league over there. Won it at Jeddah in Tier 3. I'm absolutely loving it over there in Tier 3. And then I turn up a few days later, Tier 2 here, and I lost my front wing, put myself into the wall. I got a drive-through penalty and ended up in P11. So, absolutely served up a pile of stinking rubbish, but that's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. It is the way it goes. It's like a toxic relationship. You never really know what's going to happen next. We all have ourselves a toxic relationship with Formula One, certainly with this game, with all the glitches and with all the other things that go on. It's just, you never know what it's going to serve up. And I don't know, in a funny way, as much as I hate it, I love it, you know?
Is that why we give our race cars girlfriend nicknames?
Well, I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I think Seb was always famous for naming his race cars, I'm pretty sure.
That's absolutely right.
Yep. Shout out to Seb, the old insect home builder in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, old Sebastian Vettel. I miss him, eh? I tell you who else I miss, Doc, is bloody Kimi Raikkonen. Of course, we've got our own Kimi Raikkonen. Is it on? Is it on or not?
Is it on or not?
We've got our own Kimi Raikkonen in the words of Alan Santa, actually, who sounds just like him.
It's running down my leg. Is it on?
Is it emptying the bottle or not? He is fantastic. We should get him on here, actually, and do a rendition of Kimi Raikkonen interview.
You know what?
One time, I think that'd be a good idea.
I'm going to send an invite to Santa right now.
Let's see if we can get him in here.
Let's just see if we can get him in here.
While you're doing that, the safety car is, in fact, in this lap. So let's just jump up. I'm just going to sit with Mercy in the McLaren, on the freshest tyres in the field, those mids, they're only 1 lap old. Of course, that was under safety car, so there'll be about 2 or 3% wear on those tyres, as he is on his brake and the throttle, just trying to warm up those tyres. Of course, with the new game, that's how we warm up our tyres now. Nobody weaves. If you weave, then you haven't obviously seen anything. What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. Looks like
we're
are we green?
giving away industry secrets, are we?
I think everybody knows by now, but we are off and racing.
No,
I think everybody knows now. Yeah, but almost up the rear of the Mercedes. Mercy, a little bit understeery there through turn 1 as well, but Yusuf right on the rear end. I'll tell you what, Yusuf's just gotten past Scotty. Is that Scotty on the inside? Look at that 93 Red Bull. Look at that.
Oh, we've got an Alpine around. Chill
That
Pill.
is,
Is it? No,
it's Bozza.
It's Sam. And we've got Chill Pill behind him. Yeah, so turn 3. Or was it? Yeah, turn 2.
I think you'll find that was actually Bozza. That is another safety car.
Oh, no,
Yes.
it's a yellow flag. Oh, it is
It
another.
is
That's got to be
another
the
safety
fourth
car.
and final safety car, and it is on reduced. So yeah, look, really sorry for this spectacle in the last 10 minutes or so here. We haven't seen a lot of racing. We've seen a lot of safety cars. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure Burt Mylander's a nice person, but maybe he could just
bugger off.
Bugger off. So anyway. Of course, Azerbaijan has been held 6 times. It is since 2017 was the first time, as we do have the man himself who has joined the party.
We have
Kimmy, can you tell us about the race?
Yeah, until now it's good.
Can you tell us where you've been, Kimmy? Where have you been?
Just wake up.
So you're in a great mood, Kimmy, as usual, and the switch, I think. Yep, I think the switch is on, Kimmy, so best of luck racing today, and thanks for joining, mate.
Yeah, but tell me, is it on or not?
Oh, Kimmy, you will not have the drink. You will not have the drink.
Okay.
No drink, Kimmy.
Can you hear me?
Fucking hell.
Can you hear me, Kimmy? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Marty.
Can you hear me, Kimmy, or not?
Marty, I hear you. Can you hear
good.
me?
Oh, good.
Why you answer me if you don't hear me?
Oh, fantastic. Welcome along, Kimmy. Thanks for joining us in the Skybox. We've got our 4th and hopefully final safety car. Can you tell us any insight? How do you feel going around Baku? Is this one of your favourite tracks?
Baku is easy.
Kimmy,
people
always
scared of walls. I'm not scared, so no problem.
fearless. Has ice,
Iceman.
Absolutely.
Iceman himself.
Yep, pumping through his veins at the moment. So, yep, always good to get a lot of excitement out of Kimmy. So, thanks, Kimmy, for all of your wonderful insight. It's been fabulous joining us up here in Sky Race Control, and I hope you enjoy your stay in Azerbaijan, Baku.
Okay, back to racing. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. What a legend.
Amazing.
Of course, we know Alan Santa as the Tier 2 Alpha Tauri driver, and one of our fantastic friends all the way from Switzerland. Good mates with Swiss Lord, of course, and just a fantastic bloke, and stand-up comedian, as you can all see.
Yep. So,
love you, brothers. See you guys. Enjoy the race.
Cheers, Santa.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, the Iceman himself. That was amazing. That was fantastic to have.
Rendition. What
a good rendition. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. That worked out almost immediately. As soon as we started talking about it, you invited him. We got the Kimmy that we wanted, and now he can go back to bed. Because God only knows what time it is and wherever he lives. And the beautiful picturesque postcard type scenery that is around his place is amazing.
Isn't it? He literally lives on the Swiss Alps. Looks out his window and just the most stunning postcard picturesque view of just snow-capped mountains. It's just jaw-dropping. So
it is.
Yeah, I'm sure Santa's just lapping it up at the moment, looking out his window.
It's probably, I think it'll be early in the morning for him, maybe. I don't even know. What time it is? Where does he even live?
7 in the morning he starts the race, so it'd be 8 o'clock in the morning over there.
Time in Switzerland. Let's just have a quick... It is 8:01 in the morning. So they're actually 12 hours behind. So He is looking forward to the day that we have all just enjoyed here in the southern hemisphere. Is Switzerland in the northern hemisphere? Must be. I don't even know where Switzerland is.
Who knows? It's it's over there, and it's not Scandinavian. I know that much.
I'll tell you where it isn't, and it's not here. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, is it France? By France, it must be northern hemisphere, southeast of France, Paris.
All right.
God, I don't even know. Yeah.
We're giving geography lessons here in F1, so we're really trying to fill time here. As you can tell, we've got the 4th safety car. This will be the final lap of the final safety car today. So, yeah, should be just racing from here on out, guys. So, thanks for your patience. We've seen some fantastic racing, but we've also seen as Baku serves up. And, of course, look, the thing with Baku is, and it's... Oh! We've got an AlphaTauri in the wall.
Oh, yes, we do.
ISO and Rhino. Lapse of concentration, or maybe rear-ended, I'm not sure, but poor fella.
That was
it's
turn
not what you
6.
want.
No.
Yeah. As I was saying, and maybe this is an example of what I was just about to say, it's got something to do with this game as well. You really have to brake almost early on every corner.
You do. I noticed that last night. You just do. Before, even if you're using corner-only lines, before it gets red, while it's still green, almost orange, you've got to be braking. Otherwise,
it's Toddy will tell you. Yeah, the Red Bull in Tier 3. He went. I think it was turn 2, or maybe it was Gobby. Anyway, it was one of the drivers. Turn 2, just so much trouble, just trying to pull the car up in time. Turn 3, of course, the runoff area. Buster coming unstuck, I believe. Maybe it was turn 7 for Buster. He went a bit long and came unstuck yesterday in Tier 2. Shout out to Buster, who's returned to Inters Racing League. Fantastic to have him a part of this community of racing again. But yeah, he was due for a podium. Looks like the safety car will be in, Marty. So we're about to get racing again. We'll have to get on board with KLX, who's on 7-lap old hards. And yeah, we've got 4 cars on 7 to 8 lap old hards leading this race, and then the next 5 cars there on 4 lap old mediums, and then Aussie 2K Goat on the 9 lap old mediums, and then 2 soft runners there.
You've just sort of been sitting with KLX. That was a bit of a weird restart. He was sitting high revs in about 4th gear, and then all of a sudden just got the guts, and he got a really good run on Prince actually. But Prince on those 9 lap meds.
Scotty on the inside of Yusuf, the Red Bull, no, just can't get that move done, but he's going to stick on the inside there and see if he can just get a bit of a toe off the back of this Alfa Romeo. No, he can't. Nick Thompson trying to... Oh, looks like Sam and Aussie 2 go. Yep, Sam just gives way there, I think.
Yeah, it's Chillpill as well, sitting there trying to get the move done down the inside of Sam. Nick Thompson sitting up on those meds.
Sorry.
There'll be no passing through here, yes?
It was Aussie on the, just letting it go there on the much older tyres, and Sam was going up on the inside, my bad.
Okay. I see ISO and Rhino's actually managed to get a drive-through penalty for falling too far back, which I think, thanks, Cody. It's like the poor bugger went into the wall, and then you penalise him for that.
Yeah, for having his heads in his hands, consoling himself, and then you give him a bloody penalty. So, shout out to ISO and Rhino for hanging in there.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to you, dude. On the softs, go for the fastest lap, mate. And see what you can come up with. But up with Mercy at the moment in the McLaren on the freshest, on some of the freshest tyres in the field. Verk in the...
Sorry, keep going. Yep. My bad.
Oh, no, I was just going to say Verk in the still 4-wheeled Merc is doing all right down in P4. So let's get on board with Prince, I think is what you were about to say.
Exactly, Marty.
Yep. Down the main straight, so he's going to get a slipstream as well. So the Aston Martin, I think, is quite quick in a straight line, but KLX might in fact be burning. Prince is also, oh no, they both switched it off. The switch is in fact off, so he's just going to tuck in. He's just actually losing a wee bit of time as Prince to KLX. Now KLX is going to want to try and stand front as much as he can and burn those tyres out of Prince.
Oh, fuck! Verk in turn 1 is lost the rear end. He's hit the wall a little bit. Just
how many tyres has he got? He's still got 4 tyres. Okay. Oh, yep.
Getting rid of a big smoochy kiss he has. And Chillpill also struggling on those softs, just maybe getting them up to temperature as Sam gets up on the inside into P8 in the Alpine. Oh, Chillpill back on the inside. They're going to be rubbing here.
Oh, he is just rubbing his soft one on that medium.
Nick Thompson, of course, is watching this
Man.
unfold in front of him in P10. So these two soft runners, Chilpill and Sam. This is a battle for P8 at the moment, and Chilpill about a second and a half behind Scotty in P7 in the Red Bull. So Prince up in a P2 at the moment. Looks like he's putting a bit of pressure on KLX, who may have hit a little bit of the castle. I'm not sure. May have been a glitch on my screen, but we'll find out in the next couple of moments if Prince really eats him up.
Yeah, let's have a look. There's no damage that we can see on the Williams at the moment. Very, very close to the wall. So those hards are going to be coming into their own around about now when the mids start dropping off. I hate that corner. That is my least favourite corner is 16. So sorry, not 16. I'm going to go with 15. Not my favourite at all. So those hards, like I said, they should be coming into their own around about now. And Riley McKay is going to try and make the most of this as well. He's got to try and stay within DRS range of Prince so he can try and get him in the closing lap. Still 7 to go, including the rest of this one. So 6 after this.
Now, Sam's got a great run on Chilpill, going down the back straight at the moment on the inside.
Oh, it's Nick Thompson. What's happening here? Oh, yep. Nick Thompson just...
Boxing. No, Verk is boxing.
Oh, Verk's boxing. That's what's happening there.
And Sam up on the inside of Nick Thompson there. And, yep, Chilpill holds on to P7. So, good racing in the final stage of this race, Marty. We'll look up, and Prince seems to be staying on to about a 3 to 4/10 gap trailing KLX at the moment. So, he's still well in contention to win this race. And, of course, Riley in the Red Bull catching up rapidly to the back of Prince. So, it looks like it's going to be a 3-car race to the end. And Mercy in the McLaren P4 with about a 1 to a 1.5 second gap there to P3, and Joseph on the back of him trying to hold on to that DRS zone at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Riley, so Red Bull Riley is still sitting within that DRS range of Prince. So he's almost just about dropping out. A little bit of understeer there through the castle section on the exit as well. Just almost track limits there. That might have been a warning now. He's about 1/10, 2/10 behind. He's going to try and pick this up and burn a little bit of battery if he can. He's got to get back in that DRS zone. Oh, down now towards my least favourite corner. Gosh, my anus tightens going through there, I'll tell you what. And he is actually within DRS. I'm not even driving, and I'm
Suck up the starfish, says Marty B.
Yeah.
As we see Chilpill come around turn 17. He's got a good run on Scotty if we can get down to Chilpill in the Aston Martin. Oh, Scotty, of course, on the older mediums, and Chilpill just had to lift slightly there to not compromise himself. Scotty gives him plenty of room up on the inside, and on those much faster soft tyres, it looks like he's going to get this job done.
Yeah, DRS2.
Scotty, yep, he's going to tuck in behind him, you think. Yeah, he will. Yep, great job there from Chilpill up into P6, but he does have a penalty.
He does indeed. That might actually get removed. I feel like that was from accidental contact. 5 second for whatever you call it, severe contact. But as we look down the main straight now, Prince is going for the move on KLX down the straight. Sorry, not the main straight.
Can he pull it up?
Oh,
he does.
Good gosh.
Sensational move there from Prince. Oh, into turn 3. You've got to get your nads out, and he certainly did.
How was he even making that move?
And took him home.
For some reason, my brain thought that was the main straight, but it's not. But everything around here seems to be in a straight line. It's just walls and buildings and straight lines. Straight line turns. Yes, straight line left, straight line right. So he's got the move done.
Slightly tapped the wall there, just out of, I believe it was one of those turns coming in towards
that would have
the
been
castle.
7,
6, 8 or 7, something like that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seem to just turn into one another at the moment. So Riley on the back of KLX. He is slightly on older tyres there, so not sure if he's going to be able to get this move done on KLX. We know very consistent driver, and he's going to do everything he can to hold on to that P2. But I wouldn't count out Riley. We know his pace, especially today. Joseph, of course, in P5, just holding on to the DRS still onto the back of that McLaren. Let's see if he can hold it. He can. So that'll be the fight for P4. You'd imagine we've got about, just over 3 laps to go, Marty, 4 laps.
4 laps, including this one, including the remainder of this one. Yes, so after this it'll be 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 laps to go. The math is out the window. I don't even know how many corners there are anymore. So Nick Thompson getting a great run. Yep. down the main straight towards Scotty. So he will get another crack at this into out of turn 2 into turn 3, where the second DRS zone is. Of course, only 2 DRS zones in this entire track. Even though it's 6 kilometers long and so many straights, there is only 2 DRS zones. So you've got to make the most of them while you can. Down towards 3. Let's just sit on board with the Mercedes. Is he going to get a good run? He's burning up a storm as Scotty goes defensive there, but down around the outside, which will turn to the inside. Oh, a bit of a lock up there from Nick Thompson as well, but he gets the move done on Scotty. That was fabulous driving there, and we were on board and watching all of that action. So next down the road is Chill Pill on 6 laps soft. They're going to start burning up as well, so hopefully Nick Thompson can make up that 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, a bit of bias there, mate, but that's fine. Chill Pill, 6-lap-old softs. Nick Thompson, 9-lap-old medium. So they might balance out in the last 3.5 laps of this race. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Scotty absolutely putting his balls to the wall, going through the castle there. That was beautiful there. He's just really trying to hold on to that DRS, and it looks like Nick Thompson has just pushed it out to a second. So Scotty, he really needs to get through 16 as best he can without hitting the wall, and he's lost the rear end a little bit there, so it doesn't look like he's going to get that DRS. It was vital, so he's going to hold on to P8, you'd imagine, if he can just bring the car home in one piece. Of course, Sam pushing hard behind him, 2 seconds behind on 6-lap-old softs.
Mercy's going past Riley down the main straight, but they are neck and neck. They are side by side as the Red Bull and the McLaren. We're getting a fantastic view late on the brakes. No, not even on the brakes. That was Riley McKay's boxing. Let's just sit on board with Riley. Oh, it's a front wing. Riley's got no front wing.
Oh, no, he's got no front wing. We've missed it.
We missed that.
Of course. He wouldn't have been boxing for any other reason, of course. No. He was right up with KLX on the same compound hard tyres, I believe, just 1 lap old harder. So really unfortunate for the Red Bull driver there, but there's still both the drivers, Red Bull, are in this race, P7 and P10 at the moment. So Riley will be he'll be doing everything he can to get that fastest lap, you'd imagine, Marty. Oh,
absolutely. That is what he's going to be going for, to try and steal that point from anybody else. But Prince at the moment is... I don't know whether those tyres might be going off a little bit. KLX is sticking within, or he was sticking within the DRS range. Now down towards the castle section we go, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, which is a very, very short space for so many turns, but just kissing the wall. Losing a wee bit of time. There's a yellow section.
Sammy's out. If you just go get on board with Riley McKay.
Yep. Let's have a look where Sammy is. There he is there.
Yeah.
That is...
caught the curb, you'd say, the rear end, and
that's turn
right
6
to the wall. Yeah, very unfortunate for Sam, especially with just 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy. Look, shout out to Sam. I want to say a personal... We're thinking of you, mate. He's had a bit of a rough time the last couple of weeks personally, and he's just come back into racing at Inters. We absolutely love Sam. He works tirelessly behind the scenes. Had to take a bit of time off, and he's back helping out the boys today, reserving. So shout out to you, Sam. Keep your chin up, and hopefully you'll have a much more enjoyable season 6 at Inters Racing League, mate. So shout out to you. We have 11 drivers left racing, Marty B, with just over 2 laps to go.
Yep, this is the penultimate lap, so one more after this. And I'll tell you what, KLX is stuck back in the DRS zone of Prince in front of him. I reckon those meds for Prince, they've got to be going a wee bit garbagey by now, as Prince is flashing and KLX is burning. So they are on fumes. There is nothing left in the Energizer Bunny in those cars anymore. It is just absolutely down to the wire. I wonder what the fuel management's going to be like for these guys. Hopefully they've got enough left in the tank. A lot of the track around here is just, it sucks the fuel out of the car. So, yeah.
Chill Pill is really getting the most out of these soft tyres in P5
goodness.
at the moment.
Yes, he
8 lap
is.
Old softs, you'd think they'd be really screaming at the moment, but he seems to be all over the back of Yusuf, who's probably sweating a little bit to see the... that Aston Martin getting so close with really not long to go at all, so really fighting it out here. But of course, Chill Pill has that penalty. I'm just going to have a look at the detail. It is a 5-second penalty, so that's going to drop him down. You'd say just one position there, I think.
I think that'll get removed, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that was from contact early in the race, I think.
Okay, you might be right, actually, when one of the drivers DNF'd.
I feel like that's what it was, or something like that anyway, because there's been nothing, there was no speeding in the pit lane, I'm pretty sure. I wish it told us, actually. We could probably have a quick look at the race director. Let's just have a look. Who are we looking for? Chill Pill, incidents, Chill Pill.
Yeah.
Severe collision with G-force, So that was when G-Force obviously DNF'd. So I imagine he will get that removed. So down the main straight now, look at the straight line speed of that Aston Martin. He's going to look at getting Yusuf down into turn 1 maybe, or even down into turn 3 after turn 2. Look at that straight line speed. Down the inside, he's going to have a look now. Is he going to go wheel to wheel? Is he going to get it done? He does get it done, making the most of those softs. You are absolutely right. That is stunning.
Yep, he's going to have a body bag for those tyres after the race, because they will be absolutely done. There will be nothing left in those things. So Chill Pill, absolutely fantastic performance here at Baku. And as we said, getting the most out of those. But I think Yusuf, he's not going to die wondering. If there's an opportunity, he will take it. We know these guys execute very good racecraft in Tier 1, so we know he'll go for it if it presents on the final lap, Marty.
Yep. As KLX is actually taking all of the liberties there that he can on turn 7. He was all over that curb and through the castle. He just gets on the power nicely there, gets the car turned in on those old hards. I'll tell you what, those meds of Prince are going to be burning up a storm right about now. But KLX doesn't get the best exit there, coming down through turn 12 into 13 and so on down the road. So I think that's going to be all she wrote there. But Chilpill, I'll tell you what.
Prince at the moment.
Prince is probably going to go across the line and take this one, but I'll tell you who might actually take another one is Chilpill. There is a podium. We might even sit with this for the remainder down to the start-finish line.
This
could be all
Prince
to play for.
Coming across the line now. Prince will win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Tier 1, so congratulations, Prince. Very consistent drive. And we will get back on with his teammate Chilpill.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be it.
Marty, bring it home.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, there is nothing in there. Flashing up a storm. He's going to go down the inside. Is he going to make it past the McLaren? He's on the neck and neck. That's so far side by side, and he's going to get it done. That is going to be a podium for Chilpill from miles back, but he does have that 5 second. It looks like he's gone down a few positions. Don't let that fool you. That I imagine, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that will almost more than likely be removed. So that is going to be podium for Chilpill, and we will try and get him in here.
Look, I'm not sure, Marty, because G-Force, he DNF'd early. It was rather early, I think, and there's no way Chilpill put on softs from when G-Force DNF'd. I'm not sure. This is all speculation.
It is speculation. I'm just going on what I think happened. I'm sure that was just a collision, because I saw it come up on the screen, I'm pretty sure. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just getting a wee bit too excited, but
we're not really sure. I think we're just going to have to credit the 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. But I will get Chilpill in here for an interview just in case. Yeah, so we'll get the 4 of them in here. You keep waffling on, and I'll get the invites out.
Waffling on is what I do best. I am actually going to take a quick screenshot. Hopefully, if that wants to come up on my screen, sitting with Chilpill at the moment, I wonder whether we can find out what happened with that collision. We will get Chilpill in here for an interview, I think, and just get the driver's eye view of what really happened there. But I mean, that was Baku. That was Azerbaijan, and it did deliver as ever. So we're going to sit with the podium celebrations at this stage. Prince, of course, taking the top step there, and KLX as well. Great race towards the end. Strategy out the window, same as ever. A lot of different tyres going on there. A lot of wind changes, a lot of position changes, a lot of all sorts of changes. But in the sunshine, let's be honest, at least it wasn't raining. It could have been much worse for a lot of these guys. But it's great that they've all showed up here. I know we had a smaller field than we would normally expect. I think we started with 15 or 16 drivers down to around about 10. But we'll try and get some interviews going on if we can. I'm just going to run through this.
We've got the interviews. We've got the invites out. So as soon as the drivers come in here, we're going to hear from them. And we actually do have Chilpill, who has joined us, who had an absolutely fantastic race today for Aston Martin. He did finish in P6, but we're not sure if that 5 second penalty will be removed, and we'd love to hear his insight into that and his race today. So, Chilpill, congratulations today. We thought you had an outstanding race, and let us know how it was for you.
Cheers, boys. Well, it was a bit of a frustrating race. I think I picked up damage like 5 or 4 times. But anyway, besides that, it was a good comeback from second last to podium. And yes, that 5 second penalty will be gone.
Beautiful.
What happened?
News.
What happened with that? Because we said it was a severe collision with G-Force. Did you cause the crash, or were you just an unlikely participant?
Nah, I actually got a penalty for for crossing the pit lane under the safety car.
Oh, I think you'll find it said severe collision with G-force. No?
That's not what my one at the end of the race was, no.
Look, this is
Oh.
Code Disasters specialty
fantastic.
serving
Okay.
up once again. So look, it'll all be sorted after the race. But for the moment, I think we will credit Chilpill with his podium.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just fantastic there. And were you actually talking with your teammate Prince during the race? Were you guys working together at all?
Nah, not at all.
Okay, so from P16 to a podium, absolutely fantastic drive. Just talk us through some of the highlights there for you, Chilpill.
Yeah, well, I think it was all down to the softs at the end, just with the fresh tyres. Yeah, it just made it a lot easier to go through the field. And yeah, it actually got the better of me in the end, as I just pipped Mercy just before the finish line. So yeah, that was great.
Yeah, we were actually on board for that. We decided to, so we did call Prince across the line, of course, but then we sat back with you, and I knew there was going to be a run. We were watching you through the final sector there, and I just knew it. I knew you were going to get a good run out of 16 and just actually get the DRS as well, and you had a wee bit more battery in the box as well. So fantastic race from you, mate. Well done on the podium. Well, on the hopeful podium. Let's hope that gets removed.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Thanks,
mate.
Chilpill. Yeah, it was a fantastic finish there as he came down the back straight to finish to beat Mercy, pip him there for the podium. So Mercy will be he'll be feeling rather hard done by there, but that's the way it goes in F1. So yeah, fantastic. Chilpill, he'll be on cloud 9, I reckon, until next weekend when we're in Las Vegas. I believe that's his first podium at Enters. So shout out to him, and hopefully we get to see him back in Tier 1 next season. We do have Prince in here, but let's just see if we've got KLX as well, Marty B. Yep, we do. We do have KLX. Sorry?
I'm here. I'll have my podium for now, if that's all right.
Who's that? Chilpill?
Mercy.
Mercy.
Oh, Mercy.
Oh, yeah, Mercy.
Finished
Yeah, well,
on. I'll come in. I'll have a chat.
yeah, mate, we'd love to hear from you. So, yeah, obviously just that final straight there, bit unfortunate for you with Chilpill on those softs, just a little bit of extra speed. But you've got to say, mate, after your Tier 2 drive yesterday, which was rather impressive, to be leading the race here in the final stages on those, I believe you were on some old hards. Pretty impressive performance here. Were you happy with P4 overall?
I'm hoping P3. I did look. I see it's just crossing the pit lane line. I'm not sure if you can get those off. I thought it might have been one of those glitch 5 seconds, but obviously we'll see with the report that comes in. But yeah, I think those softs at the end just way more pace. I was just focused on bringing it home, and then I saw he was in the DRS. So yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't get taken off, because I'd really love a podium. But
I'm sure,
I'll
yeah.
take the P4 anyways. I was surprised I got there, so I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think around Baku, especially stepping up a tier to finish P3 or P4, you take that any day of the week. So, look, we'll have to see how it plays out. Of course, Battlecat will be crunching all those numbers and looking at all the stats and making sure that he gets the outcome exactly right. So, thanks for joining us today, Mercy. We'll get moving on to KLX, and we'll see you next weekend for Las Vegas, mate.
Right, cheers, guys, and congrats to Prince KLX and maybe Chilpill.
Cheers, bro. All right, Marty B, you take KLX and Prince if you don't mind, man.
KLX, not a bad race from you, mate. We know you got some fantastic race pace, and I did say at the start, there's just no point in going into Baku with any kind of a strategy. Did you have any thoughts on that? Were you sort of trying to go? Were you going to run long? I think you started on the. Did you start on the hards? I think.
No, I started on the mediums.
I started on the mids.
But yeah, no, strategy was kind of thrown out the window with the safety cars. I think we had like 4 or 5. So
16
yeah,
it was in the end. 16.
16 safety cars. Yeah.
No, there's no strategy today. It was just about staying in the race, more so. But no, it was a good race. Had some crazy straight line speed on the lads. Princess as well, like gaining crazy amounts of times on the straights. So I think it was running a lot lower wings than everybody else, which was a nice feeling. But you know, obviously you could feel it through the corners a lot. But that was good.
Yeah, we did talk about that. It's obviously a mix of whether you try and go high downforce for the middle sector through the castle, and get the car turned in easily and then lose a bit of time on the straights, or you go the other way and have straight line speed but sacrifice it through the middle, where it's not really a passing opportunity through that middle section through the castle and whatnot. We did see a few cars go out. Of course, where Charles Leclerc took himself out, turn number 8, that famous corner. How do you feel about Baku overall? Is it a favourite track, or do you just have nightmares about it?
To be honest, I don't mind it. To be fair, like it's probably one of my favorite street tracks. Singapore not bad, but overtaking around there is a lot more
Nightmare.
difficult than here.
Yeah, it's impossible.
So you can get moves done here. Sorry. It's a good track, and there's a lot of like variety when it comes to setups, strategies, and with any street track, obviously there's going to be safety cars, but no, I don't mind it. I think it's a lot easier to keep your front tires and front wing on here as opposed to some other street circuits. So I don't mind it, to be fair.
Yeah, fair enough. And of course, you did actually, I'm just looking at the stats, you did actually only do one stop, so it was just mid to hard for you. And obviously that worked out all right. So a lot of other cars, there was 4 stops for Chilpil. Of course, he still got that podium, possibly. And across the board, 2, 3, 4 stops for a lot of other people. They were making the most of those safety cars. So obviously it throws a spanner in the works. But well done, mate. Fantastic P2. I imagine you might keep that with a bit of luck. Good points for Williams. And onwards and upwards. How do you feel about Las Vegas?
Oh, that's gonna be. That's gonna be.
That says it all.
I don't know about that, to be honest. I might not show up because it can be a complete nightmare, that circuit, to be honest. But no, I'll be there. Las Vegas is fun. I've had some fun races there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Las Vegas is very fun, no doubt about it, KLX. So once again, congratulations on P2, and of course, Williams will be very happy. Both cars finishing today, P2 and P9. So you're going to increase that buffer to McLaren overall. So congratulations on the race today, and we'll see you in Vegas next week, mate.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Alrighty, and we do have the race winner, of course, Prince in the Aston Martin, who has he's just taken the season and run away with it. So if Prince can continue to deliver this kind of form, this man is going to go back to back to back championships. 2, of course, with Red Bull, team principal Timmy, and then getting drafted to Aston Martin this season, and just continuing his outstanding form. So, Marty B, I always look forward to an interview with you and Prince. You seem to have really good kind of communication there. So take it away, mate.
I mean, would you say, Prince, that you're going to go Baku to Baku to Baku? Maybe? Back to back to back? Do you reckon?
Yeah, we'll see.
It's always a pleasure. I see you started P3. You did do 2 stops, but seemed to work out for you. You sort of came in quite late in the game. You did join during qualifying, I think, or you managed to just get in right at the last second, and you chucked a couple of laps on the board and managed to get P3 in the session and moved through the field relatively well. Of course, we know you've got a lot of pace anyway. How did you feel coming into this race?
Oh, yeah. We did a couple of laps beforehand. The time kind of crept up on me. I didn't realise it was 5 p.m, so we just snuck in the lobby. It was good. It was a crazy race, usual. Safety cars. Tyre strategy out the window. I kind of had the best tyres after every safety car, but kind of in the pack kept falling backwards. But I knew that the tyre offset would eventually just be enough to cycle through to the front, and had a massive battle with KLX at the end. That was crazy. If he gets my DRS on one of those laps on the front straight, then it's probably over. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did notice that he dropped in and out. He was around that sort of 0.8 or 1.2 second range. He was getting DRS, but then he wasn't. And I think you're right. If he had have continuously been getting DRS, he may have actually crept in on you a wee bit. But I guess everybody's tyres were going off. Yours were, what were they, 16 lap mids at the end? Surely they were screaming, right?
Honestly, I tried to protect them a lot, especially under safety car. So they were only like 40% by the end of the race, which was good. The safety cars during that time really helped for me to protect the tyres. Otherwise, it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, KLX just using a criminally low downforce setup, but I was using a criminally high downforce setup. So managing that DRS battle was really cool. And yeah, I think if he was running just a tick higher, then he probably would have had me. But anyway.
It is what it is. I always like to pick your brain at these types of things. So have you got any advice for anybody doing a street circuit or a track like this? What would be your advice for someone going forward into this type of race?
Oh, don't put it in the wall. Don't underestimate the value of new tyres. Better too high wings than too low.
Slow in, fast out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good. All right. Thanks for joining us, Prince.
Thanks, boys.
Another win under the belt, mate. You'll catch up to Max Verstappen one day.
I don't know about that.
I'd love to see you in a real car, to be honest. I really would.
Maybe one day.
If
I save up those paychecks.
You just spend no money for the next 20 years and save every single penny.
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome, Prince. All right, mate. Well, thanks for joining us, and look forward to seeing you out on the track in Las Vegas next weekend, mate.
Yeah, see you then.
Outstanding. All right. Well, that's another one done and dusted, Marty B. That's round 14 at Baku, Tier 1. What's your final thoughts on that one? I thought probably 5 too many safety cars, but of course, it's a street circuit. You're going to see a couple, and I thought we had some really entertaining racing as well in there. Prince dominating P1 again for most of this season. KLX actually closing the gap. I believe you would have overtaken G-Force back into P2 overall standings for KLX and the Williams. So outstanding from those guys, and shout out to Mercy and of course Chilpill, who may pick up his first podium.
Yeah, I reckon he might actually get that 5-second removed if it was just crossing the pit lane. It'd be interesting to see his onboard footage. So I guess we'll just wait and see in the stewards' reports what happens with that. Hopefully not too many things in the stewards this week. Of course, last night there was nothing, no reports, which is surprising for Baku. But any final thoughts, Doc, before I close this one out?
Just thank you for coming back into the future today, Marty. It was fabulous to be up in the Sky Race Control with you. So thanks to all the viewers out there putting your comments in the chat. We love having you guys here, and we look forward to seeing you Friday night for Tier 3 Inters Racing League at Las Vegas. So Marty B, just lead us out with your final words, mate.
Well, it has been... We've gone back into the future, and it has been another round of, like I said, who can keep it out of the walls the longest. And of course, it did take a few tolls along the way with the maximum amount of safety cars. However, it was a good spectacle. We talked some garbage, and you talked some good stuff. We have been Marty and Doc here at Baku, and we will see you next week. And remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So we will see you possibly in 7 days on Sunday. Peace.